All right, okay, there we are. All right, hi, Jared here for another video response. I believe this is for 11.1, and we're looking at the study from 1989 and whether or not we think that that holds true to today, or what I think whether or not that holds true to today. So, reaction right off the bat is that it feels like common sense. You know, other than perhaps the section that talks about after a certain point, too much parental involvement can feel it doesn't really give you more beneficial results. But a certain amount of parental involvement uh, seems to do really well for students across the board, and that's regardless of race, that's regardless of disabilities, at least from what I could tell within that brief overview of the study. And you know, and maybe that feels like common sense today because back in the 70s and 80s, and again, I wasn't alive back then. All I can do is go off of what people have told me, is that there may not have been the same amount of parental involvement or paying attention to the kids that same amount, right? And so I think essentially that then and now the basis is the same. And the reason why is because communication and relationships are sort of the bedrock to everything that I certainly do in the classroom, and I would suspect most classrooms, really, almost any classroom, where if I can't build that relationship with them, if I'm unable to communicate with parents and families and those sorts of things, that's, you know, what are the kids even going to learn then, you know, if they're not able to have that relationship. So those are my 2 cents, you know. And whether or not I think that's really changed, I really don't think that has. I think parental involvement is, you know, I would argue, even more important now for several reasons, but I will leave that at that. So there's my video response for you.